Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is your inveterate reporter coming to you once again from Central Florida. Warm Central Florida. The humidity has increased over the last several days. After all, it is May, middle of May. It is Sunday, 2026. I think most of you are familiar with the BRICS nations. That is to say, it's an acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and Singapore. But there are other nations that have joined since the formation of that quintuplet. They are about to come out with some sort of a Bitcoin or crypto digital monetary system that, according to them, will replace the American dollar as the reserve currency of the world. And that has been coming on for years now. That movement has been growing. Petrodollars, because Kissinger signed an agreement, Kissinger being the Secretary of State representing the United States back, I believe it was 1972 or 3. He signed an agreement with all of the Arab countries that produced oil, which was OPEC, that they could only buy and they would only sell oil if it were purchased using the dollar. Thence we have become the currency of the world. Well, that is about to end. You know yourselves, $100 doesn't buy today what it bought 10 years ago, if you're that old. Our dollar has been losing value for many years, and that will affect us all, obviously. We are in a situation now where, as we spoke about the other day, the Thucydides trap. I finally got to say that correctly. It was interesting that President Xi of China went to a Greek Western civilization classic, using that as a metaphor for what is going on between his country, China, and our country, the United States of America. The United States, we being the dominant power in the world at this point. But we all know, we can see that there are cracks. And China is the emerging power. And some people will tell you that they have emerged over us. They have surpassed us in certain areas. Some will tell you that. I'm not alleging that. I don't have any expertise, but I know they're very close. I know some of the things I see on social media about some of those cities in China are amazing. I know their products are very, very, very good. Mostly. They're into electric vehicles big time. I see where Mexico, Sheinbaum, the president of Mexico, is touting an electric vehicle built in Mexico. Now, I don't know if it's with Chinese technology or not, or with their help, I'm not sure. But I saw her touting that today, that Mexicans will have this vehicle if they'd like. We, of course, are against that. That is to say, our administration, President 47, he's in bed with the oil companies, and that's where it's at. We have a lot of work to do, obviously, in this country. It's a sad state of affairs with this particular administration. Hopefully, there are true patriots who don't think of themselves, but think of the country. President 47 is enriching himself. Speaker Johnson just yesterday had a press conference where he said that the $180,000 salary that congressional representatives get is not enough. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, they get free health care and they get meals also, a meal allowance. He says that's why they need to continue this insider trading thing, where they make millions, congressmen and senators. It's a ripoff. They have been ripping us off. I don't know that they represent the people any longer. They may represent a segment, but certainly, I think the vast majority of Americans see through this, and hopefully our elections, and by the way, he's rigging these elections. He is rigging them through this redistricting and gerrymandering. Supreme Court is gone. the Roberts Court has been a failure for the working man and woman. Okay, I don't want to be too negative, and forgive me if I am. It's just that I'd like to bring these things out for those people who are not aware of the forces, some of the forces that structure and that move our culture and nation. And at this point, it is in a downward motion. By the way, we have gone through so many munitions in Iran that we're low, and we're going to start again. It looks like this evening he's talking about bombing again, because the Iranians, they have the Strait of Hormuz. We should have planned that they might do that. Everyone for years has said that if they wanted to, they could do it. They have never done it. They did it now. Thank you, 47. Look, keep the faith. This too shall pass. Have a great week. Stay cool and calm, but stay awake. Stay woke. I'm woke. Au revoir. Adios. Mañana.